What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys have been fantastic day today. And today we have September 2023 Reno-Tahoe International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we have a very exciting Reno update in store for you guys. We have the brand new airport display, some various aircraft changes, and all kinds of fun items to dive into in today's Reno update. I really hope you guys are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. So welcome everybody to the brand new Reno display. Now, yes, this is the Tulsa International Airport display, but obviously Reno and Tulsa have very similar airport layouts, so thus it makes perfect sense to utilize the Tulsa mat here. I know it's not perfect, there's a couple of places that are a little bit different, but for the most part it's the big picture concept, and economically speaking it makes much more sense to utilize this to its fullest potential opposed to using the other board, because that just doesn't look very good. So we're really glad to have this, and I hope you guys are excited for Reno's enhanced display, even though again it's not perfect, but it's enough to illustrate the concept here, and I'm very glad to have it. So let's go ahead and get started. So Reno's been having a really nice summer, of course, and now it's time to go in the fall, as we have quite a bit to get into today. Some very exciting movement, some changes from last fall, and really some awesome progression here, and I'm really excited to cover all that, and I hope you guys are as well. So without any further delay, let's go over here to the Southwest Airlines gates and go ahead and get started. We're going to start right here at gate, I believe this is going to be Bravo number 1 with the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft has the Scimitar winglets and is currently making a non-stop service coming in from Las Vegas today, and now it's going to be heading over to Burbank. So Southwest with a really unique plethora of routes here out of Reno, the Las Vegas service being the biggest, of course, with several daily services. So certainly been glad to see how they've been doing on that service, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. So this Southwest is heading over, of course, on to Vegas. At gate Bravo number 3, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft right now is making a service in from Denver International today, and now is going to be making a continuing service today, going to be heading over to Los Angeles. So they've also been doing well with those services too. So really unique ones here in Long Beach and Burbank particularly really stand out here, in addition to Los Angeles, which is really cool. So certainly plenty of California presence here in the Los Angeles area, and it's been really cool to see that. We will stay with the California groove here as we have this Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is currently loading up right now and is going to be making a non-stop service today coming in from San Diego, California. And now it's going to be making a continuing service today also to California. This time it will be Oakland. So very cool to see the San Francisco and San Diego areas getting represented both by a primary airport and a, I wouldn't say reliever. Oakland's not a reliever. Oakland serves the area of Oakland, but it can also be used for San Francisco too. So that's what we're seeing on this service. It's certainly looking good here at gate Bravo number 5. At gate Bravo number 7, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft in the Canyon Blue livery, really utilizing these to their fullest potential, because I think there's only like 6 left. We are really, really low, and I know I keep saying that, but we are seriously getting down to the last few. Somehow saw 2 right next to each other at Phoenix the other day. That was quite the talent show, so that was really cool. But nevertheless, this aircraft is currently coming in from Long Beach, California, getting back into that Los Angeles area, and this aircraft is now going to be making a non-stop service today. This aircraft is heading on over to let's send this one also to Las Vegas. The routes are kind of weird out of here. Some of them have multiple frequencies. Some are only on Saturday, Sunday, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and send it back out to Vegas with how many flights they have. So yeah, a really cool service here. I've been really glad to see how successful they've been with those, and excited to see where they go from here. So they're looking good right there, and we'll proceed into our next gate. That's going to be gate number Bravo 9, where we have a Spirit Airlines Airbus A319. So Spirit's really picking it up here with their Las Vegas offerings. On select days of the week, now they're offering a 3rd daily service, and it's this Airbus A319 right here. So that's what you're finding right here. This is to complement the other 2 daily services that we've had for a few months now. So it's been really cool to see how successful Spirit's been at Reno. I think it's a really good market for them to get into, and I'm hopeful that they'll continue to expand. I think that there's plenty of opportunity with various places that they can fly to. So it's really cool to see how successful they've been to add another daily service here, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for Spirit at Reno. So really cool to see. Again, they've only been here for about a year. I think it was August of 2022 when they started. So now we're in September the following year and already with another service. So that's really cool, and excited to see what happens for Spirit coming out of this going into the near future. Heading over into Delta, here we go with their Boeing 737-900ER. This aircraft's coming in from Salt Lake City, Utah, of course. 2 daily 737s with the 175 as the aircraft in between those two on the services. So that 175 is like 230, but really cool to see 737 here. It's a really nice aircraft, and it's done really well here for SLC and all those connections that Delta offers, and of course all the point-to-point traffic as well. So again, this aircraft's going to be heading over to SLC. And then we have the Delta Embraer 170 right here, Delta Connection Embraer 170, filling in for SkyWest at 175. I'm really glad to say that we won't be doing that for forever anymore, so that's really exciting. So I don't have to say, GeminiJets, please make it. I'm just gonna be patiently waiting for when it does come out, and of course, it will be an immediate plug and chug into the lineup. Anyways, again, this aircraft is currently making it in here from Los Angeles, and we'll be heading back out there. Los Angeles, great place, man, really fun. I was fortunate enough to get to go to Spot LAX this previous weekend as of recording, and it was an absolute blast. I can't recommend it enough. So much fun. And if you're a plane spotter and looking for a bucket list activity, that is the one for you. That was so much fun. So looking very good right there. Heading on over in the gate Bravo number 6, we have this JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 in the I Heart New York delivery. This aircraft is currently coming in right now from Los Angeles, and we'll be heading back out there. Certainly realized really quick how reasonable it is to have all these specials in on the Los Angeles services. They get several JetBlue specials. With regards to the service, though, it's going really well. Unfortunately, we do not have JFK right now. It'll be interesting to see how they continue to evaluate and handle that situation, since they've been some months it'll be here, some months it won't. So it's been really interesting to watch. So I'll be eager to see how they continue to let it unfold, and it will certainly be interesting at the very least. But again, this aircraft is currently coming in right now from none other than Los Angeles. Lastly, over here for the concourse for B, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800. So Southwest has been using B4 quite a bit, so I thought it was only fair to put an aircraft over here at Gate Bravo number 4. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop service day coming in from Chicago Midway, which they're operating on a Saturday and Sunday basis. And now this aircraft is going to be making a non-stop service day heading over to Phoenix as well. So it's been really cool to see the various frequencies they've had there, and it's certainly been pretty fascinating to watch. So that's certainly been quite the header there, and I'm glad that they're doing well. So that's certainly been nice. So I'm going to scoot the table over just a little bit so we can make sure that we get all of our lighting over there for our aircraft, and then we will proceed, of course, into none other. Once I get the table back lined up here, I know it's not the most professional, but it certainly gets the job done. Let's progress into Concourse C. Okay, United's been having quite the variety here, so let's go ahead and get started with that. In the foreground way over there, we have the United Express CRJ-200. Let's get a kind of a cool landscape view of this for different. So this United CRJ-200, yeah, it's been a while since I put a CRJ-200 in the update. They're only getting one of these a day, but I thought, you know, I haven't had a chance to utilize it in quite some time, so it's only fair to give our I hate to say crappy regional jet. Let's say a confident regional jet. How about that? Some credit here since it hasn't got used in a while. This aircraft's currently coming in from San Francisco. This plus 3 daily 175s is carrying the load. So stay tuned for next month. We'll have a really nice change for that. And United doing really well here on that. Love that frame right there with the backdrop and everything. That looks really cool. And plus the United 175 tail. The realism of getting airport concourses and mats that are realistic. Very expensive, but certainly nice when you are able to do it. And it's a bunch of fun. Hanging out right here at gate Charlie number 3, I believe. Hopefully I got that right. We have this United Embraer ERJ-175. This aircraft, of course, is coming in from Los Angeles as well, so we're complementing the Delta service here with SkyWest too. Certainly glad to see how well they've been doing here. Hopefully get some mainline back soon. That was one of the weird routes during the pandemic that actually had mainline, so not particularly weird, but interesting, I should say. And I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I think it's going to be really good. So really glad to see that. And it's been a great route here at none other than the great airport of Reno. And currently here at C5, we have this United Airlines Airbus A320-200. This aircraft coming in from Denver International Airport today, seeing several Airbus 320, 737-800s, and some various other additional mainline planes too. So really glad to see how consistent and dedicated they've been towards that mainline service, and it'll be exciting to see what they do with it going into the future. So looking very forward to that and some following that. Heading over into the American Airlines section, here's this American Airlines 737-800. This aircraft coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth today on the 3 daily services that they have. So nice to see how well that Dallas has been performing, and I think they'll continue to do a really good job with it. It's a great service, and it works really well out here. Probably a 2-hour, 45-minute flight or so, so they certainly have quite a bit of time on that one, but looking really good at that. I guess I'll kind of go for the tuck perspective here so I don't shade off the plane. Currently lit up right here, we have this American Eagle Embraer ERJ-175. The Austin Bergstrom flight has been doing well, so it's been nice to see. I think on this month it's not being flown on Saturdays, but that's perfectly fine. They're still doing well with it, and it's been fun to watch. So excited to see where it goes from here, and doing good on Austin for American. Hello, Allegiant. So yeah, certainly really interesting with our low-cost carriers right now, considering that Frontier obviously pulled out previously, and obviously we know what happened with the Haas. So it's certainly been quite the fair share here, but we do still have a Allegiant here on their Airbus A319. They come in twice a week only at this point, and that service is Las Vegas. So, you know, they kind of have to be in the market, in my opinion. So I'm glad that they are, and certainly excited to see if they can at some point add some new routes. I think LAX International would be good. They tried Orange County. That was kind of a, you know, but I'm excited to see what they can do, and I think they have plenty of potential going into the future. So let's see what they can do. But anyways, like I said, this aircraft's coming in right now from Las Vegas. And our last mainline American Airlines aircraft and American Airlines aircraft in general for today's airport update is going to be this Airbus A319-100 with CFM engines coming in for the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. This service has various regional jets and mainline aircraft on it this month. I think it's a 737, A319, CRJ, and the various CRJs, maybe a 175. So it's been nice to see what they've been doing lately there, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here. So this American 319, like I said, it's heading over onto Phoenix. Let's bounce all the way over and take a look at this aircraft pushing back from gate Charlie number, I believe this is 8, hopefully I got it right, to make room for an incoming aircraft. We have this Volaris Airbus E320 with the IEE engines and the fence tips. This aircraft is currently coming in from Guadalajara, and now we'll be heading back out there on the return service. It's been really cool to see the various aircraft that we've seen on this service. So of course we've seen several, sorry, moving the table here a little bit to get it lined up a little bit better. So of course we've seen all the various A320 Neos they've had and everything. So it's really cool to see how we have the 320 fence tips coming in today. So looking really good with that. That looks absolutely awesome, and really glad to see Volaris's commitment here at Reno. It's a really unique service, and I'm excited to see what they can do with it in the future. So looking good with that, and we will continue to proceed moving into our next lineup of aircraft. Okay, so our next lineup includes the final Charlie gate. So hanging out here on your left, we have the Alaska Airlines Horizon Retro Ember ERJ 175. This aircraft's coming in from Portland right now, so certainly glad to see how well Portland's been doing, and excited to see where it will be going from here. So Portland's doing really good, and I'm hopeful that we get some mainline back over there. So I think it's probably more of a pilot shortage problem, but who knows. But twice daily 175s this month, so that's looking really good. And then we have the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-800. Of course, this guy has the Scimitar winglets. Loading up here at gate Charlie number 4, I believe. This aircraft's currently making a non-stop from Seattle, Tacoma, and we'll be heading back out there. 2 175s, so 737-700 and 737-800 round this out for this month. So that's been cool to see. And still would like to get the 737 at some point. We'll see if it happens, but certainly a pretty cool frame here between the aircraft. So just for fun, I'll focus back into Volaris just to change it up a little bit. In fact, I'll try to, that is. So looking very good right there. We have some taxiers over there, but that's kind of my some of the big talking point for today. So I'm actually going to start with the cargo and, of course, JSX. So here's the Ember ERJ 145. Aircraft's currently coming in from Orange County, and now it's going to be making a nonstop flight today over to, I think they have Burbank. I could be wrong. I thought I saw Burbank, though. In fact, let me just go ahead and check. Why not? You guys are getting the real script here, checking to make sure. Orange County. I'm referring to the iPad, by the way, so don't think that I'm trying to pull out a magic trick. I'm just simply trying to figure out what the other route was, because there was at least one more for JSX. And we're back, everybody. Apologies about that. So it indeed was Burbank and Orange County for JSX. Sorry that took a little bit long, but nevertheless, this aircraft's currently coming in from Orange County and now heading over to Burbank. Following that up, we have 2 general aviation aircraft. We'll start with the BizJet on the left with the Learjet. This aircraft's currently coming in right now from Las Vegas Harry Reid, and we'll be heading out to, we'll send it over to Oakland next. Very hopeful to do Shapeways planes at some point, but I certainly don't want to put a time frame on that considering where we are in life right now. And here's the Cessna 172. This guy's currently making a local flight around the area. For our cargo offerings today, we have some good ones. Let's go ahead and take a look. We'll start right here with the FedEx Express Boeing 757-200 freighter. This aircraft's going to be making a nonstop service today, coming in from Great Falls, and now it's going to be heading over to, sorry, it's been a while for a Reno update. Let's go with Oakland for him. And I apologize, the FedEx 767 is way off the line. This 767-300 freighter is currently making a nonstop service today, coming in from Memphis, and we'll be heading back out there. It's been a little while, guys. I apologize. And this UPS Boeing 767-300 freighter is currently making a nonstop service today, coming in from, let's bring him in from Sacramento MHR, and we'll be heading out to Louisville next. And getting some sun break here for the DHL Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is a freighter, of course, coming in from Los Angeles, and now it's going to be heading over to Phoenix. So looking good for all those aircraft right there. I got a couple final aircraft for today's airport update, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. We'll start over here taxing into the ramp. We have this United Airlines Boeing 737-700. This aircraft's coming in on the Friday and Saturday only service in from Chicago O'Hare, which is really interesting to see. Friday, Saturday. I've seen Saturday, Sunday several times from United, or not, not several times, but enough to a couple times. I've never seen a Friday, Saturday, so this is certainly very unique. I think it will work well for them. I'm excited to see how they execute that, and it will be a new normal here for a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Very interested, but nevertheless, like I said, this aircraft's coming in from Chicago O'Hare. So really interesting, pretty comparable to what they've done with Houston in the past. I guess the Chicago demand's just kind of hit or miss lately, and American obviously has been very inconsistent on it as well. So super interesting to think about. Nevertheless, that's what we have there. Taxing into the ramp, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A319. Minneapolis ended up making the cut for a Saturday only service going into the fall. So how cool is that? So this aircraft's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Really cool to see this. Very similar to Albuquerque, even though this route for them is much more than what we currently have here. It's really cool to see that Delta has extended this into the fall months, which I think is really going to be helpful for them. I think there's one main reason that we're doing it, and that will be the next aircraft that we touch upon. But it's certainly very cool to see this, and I think this is a huge get for Delta and obviously Reno to have a year-round service to Minneapolis. I think this will do really well for them, and I think this certainly will fill a really cool purpose on Saturdays. So very cool to see this. Again, MSP, it was Monday, Thursday, Saturday previously during the summer, which I thought worked really well for them. Now they'll keep the Saturdays frequency into the fall months. So really exciting there for them. Very proud of Delta and their efforts on that, and that's absolutely fantastic. And last but certainly not least, for the passenger ops, we do have one charter that I'll hit up on here at the end. We have this Sun Country Boeing 737-800. This aircraft's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, also making the cut into the fall months. So how cool is that? So this was originally supposed to be a seasonal service, so it appears that they did well enough to justify even more than that. So really exciting there. This is a Monday, Thursday now, which is really interesting. You obviously would have thought Thursday, Sunday, but Monday, Thursday is the frequencies they're choosing. So very interesting. I don't know what the logic goes into that on, but certainly very interesting at the very least. So really cool and very happy for Reno to obtain this service. Hopefully year round, but certainly going into the immediate future. I could look into it, but it's kind of fun to leave it as a surprise to see. And it is an update after all. We are supposed to update everybody on what's going on. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be fun. So yeah, Sun Country, really cool to see them here. I think they have a really, really great purpose here. And I'm excited to see what happens going into the future. And before we do our last aircraft, I'll give you the realities of the airport update. So I'm also recording the October update tonight, speaking of which, and you can see right here that the sun's about to go behind the clouds. So what I'm going to do is actually take a thumbnail for the next update as well, so it actually looks good, because the update's probably going to be shaded. So I'll just put the camera on the ceiling just for something different, but I'll continue to talk. So yeah, this is the reality, guys. I'm trying to be honest, typically I would have ended the video there, but I thought it'd be nice to do something different. And yeah, so let's get a picture of these aircraft here. So for anybody that watches the October update, do know that the thumbnail will probably not portray the aircraft that are in it. We're just trying to get something that looks acceptable. And that was the intention. Okay. So apologies about that, but our last aircraft for today's airport update, now that we have our thumbnail situated, is going to be this Sun Country Boeing 737-800. This aircraft is making a charter service right now, coming in from Houston. I believe it was Intercontinental. I want to double check, make sure I don't get it wrong. Indeed, Houston IAH. I'm assuming this is some sort of sports charter, perhaps. I'm not completely sure. Flight number is 8270. So I'm not sure if this is maybe for Nevada football. That would be my best guess. Nevada might be playing Houston or something. In fact, I will just check on it real quick just for fun. This is the reality of organizing everything. So let's look up Nevada football, because I bet they're playing Houston this week. That would make sense to me. So Nevada football, as of the time of recording, of course. So Nevada football is playing Kansas this week. So I'm not sure what is going on with this charter. So it must be for something else. So I apologize. But it's coming in from Houston, and the aircraft will be departing out to Minneapolis. Okay, interesting. Actually, let me make sure, because it may not have a scheduled departure yet, because that looked like the outbound flight that's coming in tomorrow for the actual service. Yeah, so it's not. So the Minneapolis flight will come in as we showed over there, and now this is our Houston inbound. I don't know where it's going, but I thought it looked nice over here on hard stand number 5. So that's what we have right here, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. So I'm not sure what it's doing, because Kansas is coming to play Nevada in football this week as of filming, so I'm not sure exactly what we're doing there. But nevertheless, we are looking good at the very least. Excuse me. So with that being said, that'll do for today's Reno update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, we have the new airport display, so that makes everything look really tidy. I would also like to paint that board and do a little bit better job over there, so expect that in the coming months too. It's been very busy. I don't think I need to elaborate on that. I really would like to make a good channel update along with a nice summer recap video. We finally calmed down quite a bit. I had my first free weekend in like 5 weeks, maybe something like that. It's been way too long, so that's really exciting. So I'll be sure to try to get as much out as possible, but I have way too many real life videos to produce. I've have 50 flights documented along with dozens of museums, model airplane stores, plane spotting sessions, and beyond what I ever would have imagined. So opportunity after opportunity led into that. So that's why we're here in that position now. And of course, all the model airplane content, which we continue to conquer on a regular basis. So I'm hopeful to get some sort of routine. At least one real life video a week would be ideal. We'll just have to take it as it comes and see how much I can get out. But it's certainly all a goal, and hopefully I can do as much of it as I possibly can. So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are as well. But yeah, Reno's doing really good. Some really fun changes. The Minneapolis services are certainly very, very exciting that they are going, I guess, kind of year-round for the moment. We'll see what happens in October and November, of course. But it'll be really exciting to see where the changes lie, and I'm excited to follow along the journey. Everybody else is doing really good. We'll have some fun changes for next month, so I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you guys are as well. But nevertheless, I'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.